Knight and the Gemini crew. Ooh.
Squirrels!
Give this page another
turn,
'cause you're here with us tonight. Everything's alright when you're here with Mike.
Woo!
In the night. Mike it through the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Giving the world light when you're here with Mike in the night. Mike it through the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Sometimes things are just absurd, so let's just talk about the world, 'cause you're here with us tonight. Mike it through the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Mike it through the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Let's just talk about the world. Give this page another curl, 'cause you're here with us tonight.
Good morning, good evening, good night. Wherever you're watching this transmission, 'tis I, Mike in the Night, bringing you another important transmission. Not too important so we don't get flagged, but important enough that we could talk openly here on this platform. I want to send a shout out to everyone, and that's long truck drivers, long truck haulers that are messaging me left, right, and center across the United States of America. Heck, even some truck drivers that are going across the border into Mexico. I want to thank them for listening to Mike in the Night. They tell me that YouTube Prime allows them to download the entire 1 or 2 hour show and listen to it on replay while they're driving. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, Bitcoin tonight we're going to be talking about in a little bit. We're going to go over a few things here. And Skype is turned on. We're going to have some open calls, people discussing what they think of what's happening or what they feel is happening in Bitcoin. Where's Bitcoin headed? Cryptocurrency. Are we at early stages right now? Are the stages way too early for cryptocurrency? Anyways, guys, we will go ahead and start kicking things off. Special shout-outs to Amanda in Vermont that sent this to me to my store. It's a Spider-Man. I don't know if you can see it in the photo, but it actually changes. It's a special Spider-Man photo, and it changes. It's a beautiful picture. So when I get my new store done, I'm actually going to put this here. Don't forget to join me on my new series, Project Tabletop, where Facebook has their own crypto. We're going to go over that tonight. Don't worry. I got all the articles open here. Hopefully we can have a crypto expert or one of the crypto experts call us on the show tonight to give us a little heads up on what they think. All right, just a quick plug for the channel, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want to, the minimum donation for the channel is to find something and share it. I don't care what it is. Find a video and share it. They're trying to shut this channel down as much as possible. Nobody is getting notifications. And, well, there's some people, but there's a lot of people say they can't even find me anymore. Yeah. Solid Exter in the comments. Real Kevin Thompson in the comments. Low Roller Scratcher in the comments. Nathan Mao in the comments. 07 Loose Canada. Tambin Vishtupa. Yeah, that's right. Nicely dressed tonight for Mike in the Night. Oh, yeah. See, Solid Exter says, I didn't get notifications. Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is, guys. You won't be getting notifications. Yeah, one of the guests came on the show twice, actually, a Bitcoin expert. So, I'm going to see if he's on Skype later today, see if I could catch him. Hopefully he's sleeping when I call him. Anyways, okay, so in the channel, what do we got going on in the last week? Mike in the Night last week, You choose the one event that changed the world. What that was last week. The disappearing middle class the week before. Mike in the Night Terraforce the week before that. Mike in the Night the death of the pension the week before that. Is marriage dead? Mike in the Night. And this one here, man. If you guys get time, watch this. Mike in the Night Australia Darwin unloading the new 5G social credit score. Yeah. Woo! Mike in the Night. All right, that's what we got going on there. And trends in the housing market was a good one. Last Wednesday, we did a lot of shopping. This past Wednesday, we did a lot of shopping. We were looking at 7-bedroom mansions for under $200,000. And the week before that was trends in the housing market, night flight. Trends in the housing market, wash my money the week before that. Morning Coffee with Mike is becoming a hit. Don't forget to join me on Morning Coffee with Mike. When I go out and get coffee in the mornings, I usually make a video for you guys talking about what's happening in the markets and stuff. And yeah, housing crisis, more incentives, more buying incentives for people. $63 billion laundered in Australia housing. That's my opinion, but I might be right. Pensions disaster ahead. I just put that up 3 hours ago. And dog poo all over the floor a couple hours ago. Sit back, relax, enjoy. Dim them lights. Grab yourself a nice, cool drink and enjoy some Mike in the Night. Let's move on, guys. BitChute. I'm on BitChute, guys. I think I posted my 30th or 40th video today. And I have some old documentaries I had downloaded from years ago. Go ahead and watch them if you guys get some time. And I keep getting this little problem here where it's processing my video to publish. So that's becoming a problem. And get over on Minds.com, the new Facebook, and they give you Facebook's copying these guys because they give you crypto tokens in this one, and you get a token for more views you get, and the more likes you get more tokens, and you could use those tokens to boost your page and boost your posts. So I'm on Minds.com. Subscribestar, again, I got 2 people following me on there, donating each $1 a month. And I want to thank my 9 subscribers here on Patreon. I honestly thought nobody was going to follow me on Patreon. But I got 9 people subscribing. Come and join the family. You could be a soldier, $1 a month. $5 a month gets you Copa de Gaming, means captain. Consigliere is $10 a month. And underboss, if you want to join the family. And once we get enough people on Patreon, and when I hit this goal here, that's 3% complete, but when I hit this goal, I'll start doing 1 live stream a month for you guys. All right, let's move on to a little bit of finance before we kick off any news. S&P TSX closed pretty strong on Friday at 74.47 points high. That's 0.46%. S&P 500 weighted average is at 2,941 points, 16.84 points up. The Dow finishing strong on Friday with 73.36 up. That's a 0.28%. Canadian dollar hanging in on 76 cents because our pipeline and oil. And crude oil still sitting at 58.20 US. Bitcoin's at 15,214 Canadian. And what else do we got here that's important? Gold, 1412, baby. Woo! Gold sitting tight, people. Gold sitting tight. I'm telling you, man. Gold and crypto have been on fire. On fire. Russell 2000 up 20.02. 10-year bond is dipping down just at 2% right now. It's at 0.0. It hasn't moved much. Who's going to put money into a 10-year bond to lose? It's not even hedged against inflation. What the hell? And you got the NASDAQ up and volatility, aka liquidity, looking good, looking not too good at 15.04, down 0.74. And that is some news there. Let's move on to actual news around the globe. Let me take these puppies off. It's getting dark outside, guys. I'm out west, so it takes a little longer to get dark. Nights are long. Zombie Apocalypse Gary. Love the glasses, Mike. Thanks, buddy. Buy gold, silver. Yeah, I was gonna show you guys some silver bars, like kind of different bars you can look at when buying troy ounces. Okay, what's happening in the news? A ceasefire, U.S.-China trade talks back on track after Trump folds on Hawaii. So I guess they're kind of working things out. Recreational drug use surges are worldwide. Most popular drug globally continues to be cannabis. 40 lessons to teach your kids before they leave home. Yeah, millennials have no idea how to iron clothing, cook, take out the garbage. Heck, I don't even think they even know how to use a rotary phone. The ones you got to pull to call somebody. I think they don't even know how to use that. Millennials have been the butt of millennial jokes about incompetence, but maybe they've gotten a bad rap because that no one ever points out is that maybe the issue isn't with these young people, but it's with how they were raised. Yeah. Kevin Thompson, real Kevin Thompson in the house. Yeah, a lot of people telling me that basically they are not getting notifications. Lots of people. It is what it is, guys. Just remember to tune in. I usually put up the time before the show. U.S. Army wants 500,000 active troops by 2020 amid threats of war. They want more war, guys. Wikipedia co-founder unveils the Declaration of Digital Independence. Humanity has been contemptuously used to the vast digital empires. Thus, it is now necessary to replace these empires with decentralized networks of independent individuals, as in the first decades of the internet. Oh, this one's kind of funny. Vancouver housing unaffordability due to foreign ownership, Chinese funds, and migrant millionaires. Study says, woo! Somebody's watching my trends in the housing market. Woo! Yep. I'll say it again. Vancouver unaffordability due to foreign ownership, Chinese funds, and migrant millionaires, study says. Like my teeth? All right. What America needs is a paradigm shift. Everyone knows that regardless of who is running this crooked, corrupt, and immoral system, nothing fundamental is going to change. At least not with the respect to genuine freedom. This is from yesterday. Mainstream media outraged that U.S. missiles are in unknown Libyan rebel hands. Oh, don't be silly. This will never happen. What is silliness in this media here? Everyone's got a surveillance score, and it can cost you big money. Oof. It's far, far worse than when they looked at it in 2014. So everyone's got a surveillance score out there, eh? Death spiral crisis, pension crisis reaching fever pitch in the U.S. Hey, I made a pension video a couple hours ago telling you guys how bad things are getting when it comes to pensions. It's going to get pretty bad. The forever war is normalized that opposing it is Isolationism. Isolationism. I don't even know what the hell that means. It's Orwellian doublespeak. Okay, paradigm where forever war is the new normal. The opposite of war is no longer peace, but I can't even read that. Isolationism, blah, blah, blah. Too bad. How long it took billionaires to earn their first million. Woo! Facebook. Crypto. We're going to get into that, low roller. Don't you panic, my friend. We just got to get into a couple of basics before we kick off Mike in the Night. Guys, sit back, light a candle, maybe a scented one, especially if you're on the East Coast. It's already midnight. Maybe break open a nice bottle of chilled wine, maybe. Maybe a nice cold beer. Yeah. Low Roller Scratcher should better call into my show. He's always commenting about crypto. We need Low Roller Scratcher to come on the show, buddy. Please, Low Roller Scratcher, get your Skype account ready. I need you, buddy. I can't do this without you. Yes, Owen's saying, yes, it's midnight. Oh, yeah, it's midnight where Owen's at. Shoutouts to my man Owen. Talked to him over Skype the other day. He was driving his car. Spoke to his mom too. Good family, good people. Okay, what's going on? So what's the definition of cryptocurrency, okay? Let's find out. A cryptocurrency or cryptocurrency is a digital asset designed to work as a medium of exchange that uses strong cryptography to secure financial transactions, control the creation of additional units, and verify the transfer of assets. Cryptocurrencies use decentralized control as opposed to centralized digital currency and central banking systems. The decentralized control of each cryptocurrency works through distributed ledger technology, typically a blockchain, that serves as a public financial transaction database. Bitcoin first released open source software in 2009 is generally considered the first decentralized cryptocurrency. Since the release of Bitcoin, over 4,000 altcoins or alternative variants of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have been created. So I got a list here of the top 10 coins, crypto coins by Investopedia. Remember, guys, don't nobody panic, but we do not give financial advice, nor do we just do your own research, guys. I have no idea what I'm talking about, so just do your own research, guys. I'm not a crypto guy. I never really did. I never got into crypto myself. So, I kind of got into crypto. I bought a few coins. I still have a few coins of Bitcoin, like that I bought it. I think it was at $440. I bought in, I think 2011 or 2010. I can't remember, but I still have the phone it's on. I still have the original wallet too, the digital wallet that's on. So, someone's telling me to buy Litecoin. Okay, so let's go over this right now, okay? So, Litecoin launched in 2011. Number 2, Ethereum launched in 2015, a decentralized software platform that enables smart contracts. Number 3, Zeek, a decentralized open source cryptocurrency launched in the latter part of 2016. Dash, originally known as Darkcoin, is a more secretive version of Bitcoin. Dash offers more anonymity as it works on decentralized master code network that makes transactions almost untraceable. Whoa! Dash. That sounds cool, eh? Imagine making a trade somewhere in a parking lot. All right, man, I got my Dash. Got the stuff. They're like, yeah, no one's going to know I'm here because they can't trace it. But they trace your cell phone and the ping, where you're at, where you were. They have cameras on every corner following you nowadays. Good luck with that. All right. Okay, Dash. Ripple. Ripple's a real-time global settlement network that offers instant, certain, and low-cost international payments. Monero is a secure, private, untraceable currency that is open-source cryptocurrency, was launched in April 2014. Bitcoin Cash, BCH, Bitcoin Cash, holds an important place in history of altcoins because it is one of the earliest and the most successful hard forks in the original Bitcoin in the cryptocurrency world. Neo began life in 2014, originally called Antshares. The coin was later rebranded by creator Da Hongyi. To date, it's the largest cryptocurrency which has emerged from China. Number 9, Cardano, ADA. Number 10, EOS, one of the newest digital currencies to make the list. EOS launched in June of 2018. EOS was created by cryptocurrency pioneer Dan Larimer before his work on EOS. There it is, people. These are the top 10 cryptocurrencies. Every day, everybody is telling me to buy Litecoin. So let's take a Litecoin. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Litecoin. So there it is there. I don't even know what I'm looking at. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. It's called Bitcoin's Golds. It's silver to Bitcoin's gold and have gained much popularity since the inception of Litecoin is a peer-to-peer internet currency. It is fully decentralized, open source, global payment network. Litecoin was developed with the aim to improve Bitcoin's shortcomings and has earned industry support along with high trade volume and liquidity over the years. Broader differences between the two cryptocurrencies are listed in the table below. So I'll take a look into Litecoin more and see what the deal is with that. And 13 major, so let's look at the retailers right now that are accepting. Let's look at what's going on here. 13 major retailers and services that accept Bitcoin. So for me to be sold on Bitcoin, I need to be able to spend my Bitcoin, right? So here it is, 13 major retailers. Let's find out. Number 1, Overstock.com. It's an online retailer. That's great. eGifter. That's good too. Like eGifter has Best Buy, CVS, Lowe's, Gap. Is that Domino's? Columbia, whatever that is. Delta. And then Newegg. Are you a gadget junkie? If yes, you'll be happy to hear that electronic retail giant Newegg accepts Bitcoin. That's great. Shopify stores. Okay. Shopify is pretty much dominating independent retailers. For independent retailers. So Shopify is big. So that's a pretty big one. Dish Network. I guess you could get internet demand or whatever with your Bitcoin. Roadway Moving Company accepts Bitcoin. Microsoft accepts Bitcoin. Reed's Jewelers accepts Bitcoin. Purchase can include fine jewelry, watches, and loose diamonds. Free delivery via armored transport is available for purchase of loose diamonds valued more than $25,000. So you get an armored car transport if you spend more than $25,000. Gift, GYFT. It's gift cards. You could use it with Bitcoin. Cheap Air. Oh, that's not bad. Big book flights. Accepts Bitcoin. More Stamps Global. Okay, that's great. Travel cryptocurrency. BitPlaza. What do these guys do? BitPlaza is a big box store for this generation. Okay. Individual merchants around the world that accept it. Okay. Maybe I should start accepting Bitcoin at my place of business. I have no idea how to accept it. I gotta have to look into it. I have no idea what to do, but I'll figure it out. Yep. I got a message here on Skype from Donald. Hey, Mike, when do you go live on Mike of the Night? Went to your channel twice, and then he goes on to say, down. Oh, never mind, you're live. Yeah, so people are not getting notifications, guys. It is what it is. I guess if I start pouring gravy down my pants, I might get people getting notifications. Crypto seeing gains. So let's see if we could get somebody or anybody that could come on the show and talk about what they know about Bitcoin. You don't have to be a Bitcoin expert, but it looks like Facebook's Libra, crypto code draws, critics, and clones. So cryptocurrency on, I haven't, you know what, guys? I don't even go on Facebook anymore. I don't even care about Facebook, guys. I don't care. I mean, I'm just not a I'm not, I don't know how to say it. Like, I don't care about Facebook. I don't know why, but I just don't care about Facebook. I used to care about it a little bit when I had my business on there, but I still have my business on there. I just like, I don't even want to go on there and post something that I got new in the store. Even though it brings people in, I just don't want to go on Facebook. Forever Holidays on off of Facebook. Yeah, Forever Holiday, come to right here. Come and join me on minds.com. Add me, Mike Martins. Minds.com is the best, man. It's non-censored. And it's good. And guys, don't forget to join me here on BitChute. BitChute's really nice. BitChute has all kinds of stuff. But remember, just be careful with children on BitChute because there's a lot of swearing on there and a lot of vulgar stuff. Just be really careful with BitChute, guys, please. All right, let's go back. All right. So we went over what is cryptocurrency, the top 10 cryptocurrencies, 13 major retailers that are servicing that accept Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is on fire and cryptocurrencies are going up. It's phenomenal. This is in US dollars. Bitcoin is currently up about 0.14% on the day, trading around 11,830 at press time, according to Coin360. Looking at this week's chart, the coin is up over 13%. Yeah, I forgot to bring up Coin360. It's your basically, oh wow, it's at 12,000, guys. BTC, one BTC is at 12,000 US dollars. Right there, this is live. And these are the Bitcoin charts here. And it looks like it's spiking. Let's take a look at this here. See if we could zoom in on that so you guys could see what I'm... Look at that. It went and it looks like it's coming back. I don't know if it is, guys, so don't take my advice on anything I say. And there's about Bitcoin and subscribe to our newsletter. So you got to remember, they got to keep kind of advertising this Bitcoin thing so it doesn't die. You know, just be careful, right? Be very careful when you're doing this. There was a thing called BitConnect, but it's not a cryptocurrency, okay? It's something different. BitConnect is, hey, hey, hey. Remember that putz? That putz? I don't know if you guys remember that putz. Let's get him on here. Where are you, putz? Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. What's up?
Hey,
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 hey.
hey, hey, hey. What's up? Big
Connect!
Hey, everybody.
My name is Carlitos S.A. Let me tell you something about the hood, man. I made $2,000 S.A. on BitConnect. But don't get fooled. BitConnect is some pyramid scam thing. It's not cryptocurrency. It's not what you know. Yeah, BitConnect 2 is coming back this summer. Yeah. Forever Holiday says, slowly, a bit each month. Buy on the dips, don't rush. Low Roller Scratcher saying, did you invite AMTV? No, AMTV won't come on my show. They're too big. AMTV they're like CNN and like like a big they'll laugh at me. I call AMTV, they'll be like, who the hell is this? I'll be like, it's Mike Martins. Who the hell is Mike Martins? They'll be like, don't worry, man. It's all right. It's all right, man. Nobody panic here.
Carlos Matos, and I am
SA.
coming from New York City, New York.
SA.
Let me tell you guys that I am so excited. I am
Holmes.
so happy. I am really so thrilled to be right now sharing this amazing, glorious, super and exciting moment of my life with all
SA. All right. AMTV is losing subscribers every day. Don't be silly. AMTV is the greatest thing that ever happens in sliced bread, and everybody knows it, okay? Coinbits Coinbits, come on the show. Add me on Skype. Mike Martins 1980. Come on. Coinbits is out there. Lower Scratchers out there. Come on, guys. Come on the show. Okay, here we go. We got someone that wants to come on and talk about crypto. Calling him right now.
Hello.
Yo, what's up, dog?
Hello, how's it going?
Good. You're live on Mike in the Night.
So what do you want to talk about?
You tell
Crypto.
us what's going on with cryptocurrency. Why is it going nuts?
Well, we can certainly talk about how it's going to replace the dollar. I think that this is the great replacement. That if we are going to get away from central banking,
Right.
we need to have a place to go to. I'm also a proponent for gold and silver. But if I wanted to make an order to China, I don't really have a way to send gold over to China.
Okay. Do you invest in cryptocurrency yourself?
Yeah, I got some crypto when Bitcoin was 1-to-1 with gold.
Okay.
But I was looking at it when it was $700.
Yeah.
So kind of kicking myself not to have bought more.
Yeah.
But now I'm buying the other altcoins, hoping that I did not miss that boat, just like I missed the boat for Bitcoin.
Yeah. Well, I bought Bitcoin. I think it was in 2010 or 2011. I think I mined 2 Bitcoins, right? And it's very interesting. I used to have like a internet cafe downtown in downtown Vancouver, and then at night when I would close, I would leave all the computers mining. And I did that for like a year, and I only got 2 Bitcoin after 1 year of mining.
Yeah, I heard people that mine Ethereum,
Yeah.
and when Ethereum went up to $2,000, they must have sold when it was like in the low hundreds.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a profit, but had they kept it, it would be a bigger profit.
Oh, for sure, huge margin. They could have they could have did a lot more with that margin there.
Yeah.
So why do you think cryptocurrency has been going crazy the last week? Like crazy.
I heard that a lot of the, how should I say this, dumb money
Mm-hmm.
has been weeded out in 2018
Mm-hmm.
when cryptos dropped from 20,000 to 3,000.
Right.
However, a lot of the institutional money is just waiting to come back in. They are limited to how much they can buy because Bitcoin is capped at 21 million. If they buy too much, it will shoot up the price. So they need to buy it slow while waiting for dumb money to get out,
Right.
to sell at loss, maybe at 7,000, maybe at 12,000 after buying 20.
Okay, I understand where you go. So what about the people that bought in at 20? I mean, they're still down. They're still underwater. A lot of people bought when it was at 18, 19, 20,000, holding it, thinking it was going to go to 30, 40. You had John McAfee on the news saying it's going to go to $1 million or 100,000 or something crazy like that.
I hope they can look into the history of Bitcoin and see that this is a recurring thing. A lot of people have lost their shirt when it was moving from 700 to 400, and it did that 3 times.
Right.
So those people that still hold out at 700 are not complaining right now.
Right. Of course they're not. A lot of people are multi-millionaires with this stuff. A lot of people bought Lamborghinis with this stuff.
Right.
So yeah, so now that the currency, fiat currency, is losing its reserve standard all over the world, with China unpegging the U.S. dollar and Russia unpegging the U.S. dollar and Iran and Venezuela and looking like Brazil might unpeg the U.S. dollar It might not be the world's reserve dollar anymore. And yeah, it's very interesting to see where people, because that's why gold's been very, very feisty lately, because gold and crypto, the two non-regulated, well, gold is regulated, of course, with the stock buybacks and all that Mickey Mousing, but I believe crypto does have a future.
A good source of information that I go to, and I don't work for the guy. I'm not pushing his product, but his newsletter is the Golden Jackass, Jim Willie. He's also saying that Saudi Arabia is also looking to unpeg from the petrodollar.
Yeah, they're going to unpeg off the petrodollar. Once Saudi Arabia unpegs, because you got Iran that's no longer there, but if you get Saudi Arabia to unpeg, it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge turmoil in the Middle East. And remember what happened to other countries when they unpegged off the dollar, right? Yeah. Lots of countries unpegged, and see what happened. You know what I'm saying, with Gaddafi and Saddam Hussein, and yeah.
Yeah, they got democracy brought to them.
Yeah, you don't want democracy coming to you. Trust me, boy. You want to be below the radar as much as possible.
Yeah, but now we have two very powerful countries that are unpegging, and the momentum is growing. Russia and China, when they unpeg together, there's just not enough U.S. soldiers' lives to throw at them.
Oh. Yeah, and that's why I read the article earlier, if you came in earlier to the show, that the United States is looking to get up to 500,000 soldiers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Well, the Chinese PLA army has 2 million active soldiers, so 500,000 is not enough.
No, but like, we're in the information age, and our wars are going to be fought with currency wars, economic wars, EMP, taking down electrical grids,
trade war. Trade war,
stuff like that. We're no longer shooting bullets on the battlefield. It's going to start changing to more of a technological information age type war, where basically, and psychological war too, psychological warfare, and not only psychological warfare, also what do you call it? The whole brainwashing with the 5G and the 5G rays.
Yeah, given that our economy is based on the service industry and financials, we are very, very susceptible to losing that war. Whereas China is more based on manufacturing.
But, it's very sad because we're all human beings, so it doesn't really matter who wins, because we all lose at the same time. All of us lose, right?
Right.
And that's the scary part. Every one of us come from women. Nobody comes from anything else but women. We're all humans. We're all humanity. We're brothers and sisters, no matter how you look at it. In the end, we all lose.
Yeah.
And that's the sad part. Anyways, brother, any last words you want to say?
Well, as the dying days of the U.S. dollar and the Canadian dollar is coming, look for Plan B. Yeah. Look for Plan B. Diversify away into an asset, and the Canadian dollar and the U.S. dollar is debt-based. Because debt is also an asset, and the Canadian dollar is debt.
That's right. All right. Hey, I appreciate you calling into the show. Thank you so much, brother, and I hope to have you back again.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a good night. All right, bye. A lot of people don't understand, we're in an economic war, we're going to beat China. We're in an economic war, we're going to beat Iran. We all lose in the end. All of us lose. Because there's always other people suffering, right? And, okay, I got 2 articles sent to me here. Let's go to this one first. I want to read this one right here. Listen to this. Man accidentally threw away $127 million in Bitcoin, and officials won't allow a search. Wow. James Howells, an IT worker living in the United Kingdom, knows exactly where his misplaced 7,500 Bitcoins are, but the city council where he lives won't let him retrieve them. They say it's against the law. Of course, city council, I want to move my store across the street. In a little town of 7,000 people. Oh no, city council needs to approve you moving across the street. What, are they paying my friggin' rent? James Howell, IT worker, so retrieve them, says it's against the law. Yeah, and then you see all the city councilors in the dump looking for the guy's Bitcoin. According to the report published on the Telegraph, Howells began mining Bitcoin on his personal laptop in 2009. In 2013, though, after I had stopped mining, the laptop I had was broken into parts. Sold on eBay, Howell tells the Telegraph. He kept the drive and used to collect the Bitcoins. So if Bitcoin did ever become valuable one day, I will still have the coins I mined. But while cleaning his home in 2013, he mistakenly put it out in the waste bin at his local landfill site in Newport of South Wales, where it got buried. Now, with Bitcoin's value surging above $17,000 Wednesday, according to digital currency website, Howell's $7,500 will be worth more than $127 million. CoinDesk Bitcoin Price Index tracks prices from digital currency exchanges Bitfinex, Bitsnap, Coinbase, and Itbit. More than 4 years worth of garbage have poured into the dump since his mistake, which would make any recovery efforts a significant undertaking. A modern landfill is complex and engineering project, and digging one up brings up all sorts of environmental issues. That's true. I'm with them on that. But you know what? I'll be really frank with you guys. It wouldn't surprise me if you see one of the people working on city council there with one of those metal detectors over the garbage to see if they could pick something up. Oh, yeah, for sure. But, you know, yeah, city councils make like $1,000 a month. Not even. Sorry, guys, that was a little piece of seed in there. Yep. 07 Lucican says, sincerely considering buying some physical silver and maybe a couple of ounces of gold. Yeah, next time I'll show you guys some of my, just some a little bit of different little silver and bars and stuff and what's going on. And, you know, nothing major, just a little bit of stacking I did here and there over the years. All right. So that's what's happening there. And there was another article sent to me. Hold on. Whoa, Bitcoin went up another $60. Whoa. How Bitfinex conspired with Tether to manipulate the market. Oh, you're always going to get manipulation, guys. Bitfinex, lots. What's going behind the scenes? Yeah. I need to get Lord Humongous on here because he's opposing. I know Lord Humongous opposes. Guys, message me on thing. There's so many people here on Skype. It's just phenomenal. It's oh man. Let me see if I could find Lord Humongous here. If he wants to come, because he opposes Bitcoin. He's truly opposes Bitcoin. So I'd like to hear what he has to say. There's Solid Exter there, and he's on right now on Skype. Maybe he wants to come on the show. Oh, here we go. We got Mark here. We got Mark, Coin BTS. There's Solid Exter there, and he's on. Yo, what's up, dog? How you doing? Come on the show.
Not bad. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Hey, do you want to lower your volume there? I could hear myself talking back.
Got it. Done.
All right. So, okay. What's your tag there on in the comments? You said it was Coinbits. Coinbits. Okay. What's going on in crypto? What do you think is going to happen? And do you own crypto? Go ahead.
I own a little crypto. It's hard to know what a lot is, though. And there's so many different kinds. But yeah, I own a little bit. I've dabbled in mining with some GPU rigs, and I think it's probably going to go a lot higher, um, pretty quickly.
Okay, what's giving you that indication?
Uh, I think it's all of the institutional money that wants in. At least that's what they seems to be on the surface. There's just so much chatter of so many different big financial institutions getting involved in this stuff. And I think that they haven't yet because the regulations are all really murky. And I don't think anyone wants to be dumping billions of dollars in this stuff with no idea how it's going to be treated by the government.
Mm-hmm.
So once that stuff gets cleared up, I think these guys are going to just be diving into it like mad. I mean, that's one possible outcome here.
Okay. Okay. I think, and I've said this on Morning Coffee with Mike when my drives into work. Well, I'm not really driving into work. But anyways, I did say that Bitcoin or cryptocurrency is a great way for Chinese investors to take their wealth out of China and throw it into Bitcoin and then unload it in the West. And a lot of investors have been doing that. And I can see cryptocurrency going very crazy when a lot of people are unpegging off the US dollar and trying to move currency around, especially getting out of their countries. I'm seeing that as a good way to funnel money into other countries without having to carry it physically.
Well, I wouldn't call myself an expert, but I would have to totally agree. The idea is that you can send $1 million worth of Bitcoin to a stranger on the other side of the planet for $5, and there's no third party. I mean, it's an insanely big jump in the technology of money, basically.
Of course, yeah. It's dangerous too in the wrong hands, right?
I would say so. Definitely. I mean, we'll see how government. I mean, one of the things that might happen is that every single government and every single company is going to come out with their own cryptocurrency. They won't be decentralized, but it'll just be sort of a tracking system. Like, I mean, my big fear would be, like, let's say the Canadian government says, we're creating Canada Coin, and this is how the blockchain is going to work, and we're issuing all welfare payments and all tax returns from now on in Canada Coin, and they could monitor the blockchain and basically follow every single transaction you make. Again, so like giving welfare out to people, they'll know exactly where every dime is spent. This could take a long, long time. I mean, long time meaning like 10 years. The government's dabbled in online currency, like a mint chip. So the Canadian government tried to come up with a digital kind of money push a few years ago, and it really crashed and burned and sort of disappeared. But yeah, with cryptocurrencies in the wrong hands could do a lot of damage. To be honest, I wish cryptocurrency wasn't around. I mean, I've got sucked into it because I think you've got to be onto this. If just having a tiny bit, it might be the money of the future. There's a small percentage chance that this becomes the future money, and you're in before 99% of people on it and getting it basically dirt cheap. It'd be like buying gold at $5 an ounce,
right?
And before it became money, So, yeah.
Well, gold's always been money, but yeah, I think the lowest it was when the federal government of the United States around World War II was going around collecting everybody's gold and buying it at $35 an ounce. I don't know.
Yeah. I think they actually bought it for 25 and then flipped and then overnight turned it up to 35 and sold it to foreigners. I think that's how cheeky they were.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, there was all kinds going on back in those days, and a lot of the stuff was like we didn't have underground media like we do today, right? Mm-hmm. Where we could sit down and talk like we're talking right now. And back in the day, it was kind of tough. But okay, can I ask a question? If you remember this, do you remember it when Venezuela wanted to create a cryptocurrency with trading their oil? Do you know what happened to that? Did you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know really how it played out. My understanding is it kind of crashed and burned, and it was looked upon as a joke within the cryptocurrency community, let's say. I don't think it ever got any traction. last I kind of think I heard that it was still floating around and it was still being issued. So they're still trying to get that to work. If it was done in a benevolent way with smart people, it could be a great thing.
Well, it's bad for the U.S. petrodollar because then Iran and Russia will be trading in their own cryptocurrency, and they'll unpeg off the U.S. dollar.
Yeah. Oh my God. This could head off in so many different directions, and some people say that the U.S. dollar is going to be the last one standing, and that every other currency is going to crash first. There's people that think the opposite. Either way, I kind of feel like this is going to drag out longer than we think.
Yeah.
And I say that because like the last time gold and silver popped, in 2011, I thought that was the end. I mean, this was, what we're pushing 18 years ago. Or sorry, 8 years ago. They could drag this out for years and years. I mean, I just tell myself this. There's a lot of panic. Like, is the U.S. dollar going to crash tomorrow? I just can't see it happening too quick.
The U.S. dollar is too. It's just too widely traded. Right?
Yeah.
And there's about over 100 some odd countries that here's the deal. What a lot of people saying, "Oh, Mike, who cares if people, oil and this and that." But people need to understand when a country wants to buy oil. Let's say Germany wants to buy oil, right? They have to buy US dollars, okay, from the World Bank, and then with those US dollars, they purchase their oil. And that's how the oil is traded, and OPEC and everybody is using the US dollar. So if Australia wants to buy oil, they would have to buy X amount of American dollars, and with those American dollars, they'll buy their black tea or oil, whatever you want to call it, or crude or whatever you want to call it. And that's a lot of people don't understand that. They don't know that they're thinking they're just using the American money they have in their reserves to buy oil. No, you have to purchase it in this world reserve bank, and with that US dollar. So there's billions of dollars upon billions per month being traded or purchased on a monthly basis to buy and sell oil. So
yeah, the US dollar is just it's too necessary at the moment for everything to function. It would be so drastic. I mean, if the US dollar was to crash. But this makes me kind of think about why Bitcoin is going to go so crazy.
Go ahead.
It just feels like governments are going to be printing money, printing, and Bitcoin can absorb just infinite amounts of this. I think you're going to see a rush. The only way out of these sort of economic systems that we've developed, there's no way out. Maybe just keep printing money and deflating its value until your debts become worthless. Money trying to escape that is going to go into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, as well as, of course, gold and silver, land, and certain other commodities and things. But that's why Bitcoin's going to go crazy. I think Bitcoin totally stole the thunder from gold and silver. If the cryptocurrencies weren't around right now, you'd probably see gold and silver really popping right now. But right now, being totally ignored.
They will never let gold pop, ever.
Oh, yeah.
If gold was actually backed, if American currency was backed by gold, you would need like $36,000 to back 1 ounce of gold, US, because that's how much US money is already out there.
Yeah.
So they overprinted. Nowadays, I wanted to interject earlier when you were talking about money and reserves and stuff. I wanted to say back in the day, okay, when a country or when a government needed money, they'd create more non-government jobs, more private sector jobs for small mom and pops businesses to hire more people. This way they could tax your wages more, and the government can make clean revenue. Now, you know what they do? They just print off the damn money to pay off their bills now. They don't even take it off people's pays anymore. Oh, he's not working? Who cares? Just print off the money. We don't have to tax people's wages anymore. No one's working anymore. Who cares, right? And that's what's been happening.
Yeah, and that's, again, in a hyperinflation scenario, Bitcoin could just absorb shitloads of it. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. No, Bitcoin can, But gold can. You see, the number one hedge against inflation is gold and silver. Unfortunately, what's scary is that they've been manipulating the price of gold for almost 5-6 decades now. There's no way for it to be its shiniest, the shiny metal it should be. Because right now, gold should be sitting at, in my opinion, maybe $5,200 an ounce, $5,100 an ounce. That's where it realistically should be, and gold should be around four to $700 an ounce. If you were to actually look at how much money is out there, how much money we've printed, and how much money, that's just me.
Sure.
I think gold should be at $5,200 an ounce. That's me.
There are lots of people that think it should be a lot higher than that. I mean, you're right. It's been manipulated like hell for forever. But I wonder if it's the BRIC nations, like Brazil. What is it? Russia, India, China, Brazil. These countries are trying to get around the U.S. dollar. They are hoarding gold. The Russians, Chinese, so they're both building it up. We might see a breaking point. I mean, I'm just totally speculating that the U.S. finally loses control over the manipulation of these markets. It's like the silver and gold bug wet dream that finally that they stop manipulating it. I mean, and then the Russians and Chinese could be backing their currencies in some weird tiny way, like micrograms per whatever. You could see gold and silver pop finally after a long time, but again, it could take a lot longer than we think.
The thing is, we got to get those people that control that to get them off it, because they're suppressing it, oppressing it, stagnating it. They're doing anything possible to keep gold down. The more you keep gold down, you know what I'm saying? The more, because then if gold keeps going up, the devaluation of currency just becomes more and more devalued, and people are going to switch out of their dollar assets into either oil, coffee, or gold and silver.
Well, this is where, I mean, from this point on, I kind of feel like you got to go into conspiracy theory territory,
right,
quote unquote. And it's like, who's designing the system? What's the end game there? Are they going to just crash everything, buy up every asset with fake money, turn us all into a slave planet? I mean, you could spin off into a lot of directions with this. Why are they doing this?
Right. I don't know if you saw a couple of months ago, we did countries in debt, world debt on Mike in the Night. And I was saying, like, okay, the Earth is $63 billion or trillion dollars in debt. And I'm like, who the heck do we owe the money to? The Decepticons? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, maybe. It's some fictional, thing, or it's not. I think that, we analyze sort of the results of what's going on and not why they're ending up like this. There's clearly some bigger things going on, like on a level above the average Joe, that is not talked about enough. It gets deemed as conspiracy theory, which is unfortunate, but
yeah. Anytime anyone speaks logic, or anytime brings something to the table that could be discussed in open matter, they get deemed as a tin hat foil user.
Yeah, people don't really want to hear it. I think subconsciously a lot of people know that this system is really, let's just say, sick.
Rigged.
Yeah, rigged, and that things aren't playing out really well in a lot of, when was the last time the Canadian government did something where you went, hey, hand clap, that's a smart idea, and I'm happy to back that. I can't, and I always tell people, usually people have no answer, and I say, the last time I thought that was when Jean Chrétien kept us out of the second Iraq war.
Yeah, that was a good one. And remember we went on the radio and called Bush a moron?
Okay, there you go. So are we talking, how long ago was that? Like 20 years almost?
Yeah, I think I was in high school when that.
Same here.
Yeah.
That's the last time I remember the federal government of Canada doing something. Harper had a couple things that I was, like pulling us out of Kyoto. Like, okay, that's kind of interesting move. But really, it's just complete incompetence. And you got to wonder, is this incompetence on purpose? Like, or is it just pure incompetence, or is it planned? And, is Trudeau destroying this country on purpose?
You know what? I don't think he is. I think he just doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, you see, flip a coin for me. I mean, it's hard to tell. Sometimes I think he's a total stooge, and sometimes it's like, no, this guy's just part of a larger plan to basically destroy the West in order to have nothing to stand up against the corporate kind of globalist attempt at a takeover down the road. Again, that sounds conspiratorial, but things are moving so quickly. I mean, kind of bringing it back to Bitcoin, I think people see this coming. This global authoritarian sort of freak show manifesting in politics, and Bitcoin is sort of a libertarian idea of money for the people that's decentralized with no one that owns the system. So it is Bitcoin's a rebellious, I think, thing, and being part of it, just like I believed for a long time, and I still do, that buying gold and silver is saying screw you to the system.
Right.
It's a kind of a passive way of doing it, but you're pulling your money out of the game, saying I'm out.
Yeah,
And
pulling your money out of the game. It's deregulating your wealth, basically deregulating it off the regulation, like the regulatory wealth, deregulating your wealth, removing it off the system with gold and silver, even cash, even pulling your money out of the bank in cash is still deregulating off their system.
Sure. Yeah, I guess so. That's true. I mean, every little bit like this kind of weakens them. It's, death by a million cuts, maybe. We'll see. I always joke, like, when you go to a casino, you're taking your Canadian $100 bills and trading them for tokens, for chips.
Right.
That work fully functional within that system there. You can play the games, you can tip the waitress, maybe buy a drink with them. But when you leave, you pull your money out and boom, you've got your Canadian dollar bills back, hopefully. Now, that's a casino within a casino. Now, to pull your money out of this casino, you have to trade your your Canadian dollars for gold and silver. Or now, in the last decade, suddenly cryptocurrency has come along as a weird yin yang to gold. Like Bitcoin is basically a digital gold that it's like a algorithmic, mathematical, scarcity, decentralized ledger system that sort of allows you to fairly keep account of who has what, and that you can't make any more of them, and you can't steal them. It's super secure. It's a brilliant system. So we've got to pull our money out of the casino, I guess.
Yep.
Not all of it. You need some of it to live, but what you can. And definitely Bitcoin is an absolutely incredible, weird. It's a technology. It's not really money. I mean, it's money, but the same way email replaced the letter, the way a typewriter may have replaced handwriting, Bitcoin is replacing the central bank financial system that they've created. They basically created a product that governments could use to facilitate trade that they could control.
Right.
So Bitcoin is a way of pulling out of that. I would urge everyone and everyone should get a wallet right now and try it out and try to buy $100 worth of Bitcoin. And even then you're going to be ahead of the wave. I think you guys think this is all popped and like, oh, this might just be the beginning of a monetary battle of the ages.
Let me tell you, I strongly believe in cryptocurrency. I really do. Technologically, we're moving. That's the way we're headed, right? And a lot of these millennials right now, all they know is computers. They don't know anything outside of Google and YouTube and eBay and Amazon. So they've never lived outside of that. And that's all they know is crypto. And crypto will get more and more popular because more people are becoming more and more digitized, right? I believe that. I believe that cryptocurrency is the way of the future. I believe that it's just like how the car replaced the horse. I believe that's going to happen. But I think we're still in very early pioneer stages of it. That's just my opinion. I think it's very early pioneer stages. It will eventually become a world global currency.
It certainly could. You let me go if you want. If you have any other questions about Bitcoin, one thing I'd quickly say is, Bitcoin is, the way that we call cotton tipped swab, a Q-tip.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of call all the different coin systems Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the king. It is if it's going to work, it's going to work with Bitcoin, at least in the midterm, short term, midterm. There's a lot of different coin systems, token systems. They all have different purposes. They have different privacy levels. They have different amount. There's thousands of these systems basically competing to replace money the most efficiently. Facebook with their Libra coin just tried to do it. They've made their pick.
I have it here. I have it up here. Where is it? Where Bitcoin. Where is that? Facebook. Here it is.
It's crazy what they're doing.
Facebook Libra, crypto
huge.
code draws critics and clones.
Maybe I'm being hyperbolic, but Facebook is challenging the global monetary system, at least on the surface. Now, is this sort of like World Wrestling Federation, where there's two people battling in a ring, and when they get off the stage, they go have beers together?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is Facebook just colluding with the government to, show that there's some sort of competitiveness, or there's some kind of, it's not a monopoly? They could be colluding together. What they did was basically challenge the central bank system. It's pretty wild.
It is. And you know what? I got to give them, they got the cojones to do that, which is really good. And, anything that challenges or threatens the dollar always needs freedom to come to them, right?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things challenging the U.S. dollar right now.
Democracy. They need democracy.
Maybe, eh?
Yeah. Before you go, can you make a prediction for us?
What kind of prediction?
Where do you see Bitcoin going in the next quarter?
Next quarter? Like, let's say, September 1st?
Yeah.
Oh, man,
You're making a prediction. It's fine. We won't hold you to it.
I'll give my range, and then I'll try to randomly pick a number. But it could be anywhere from 2,500 to 25,000.
Whoa, that's huge.
Yeah,
that's a huge spread.
That is a big spread, but I'm just saying, trying to point out that it could 25,000. It could go higher than that. It really could. You could see central banks start buying this stuff up.
You know what? I'll tell you straight up. If J.P. Morgan, J.P. Diamond, and a lot of the big boys start playing with this, you're going to see it skyrocket overnight.
Big time. And there's who knows how many billions and billions and billions of dollars have been printed and handed out to these banks during the bailouts and all that crap. There's how many billions of crap digital dollars are out there floating around ready to just get funneled into this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's not physical, so you don't have to be like, where I'm going to store this crap or who's the third party. I mean, this stuff is, people are dying to get into this. That's my guess or my gut feeling on an institutional level. But there's just this awkward, I don't want to be, the first one out of the trench gets shot, I guess is that expression. And no one wants to be that first one out of the trench that gets shot. But just so you know, in July, there is. The New York Stock Exchange, I don't know I can't remember the details exactly, is going to be starting to offer cryptocurrencies basically on an institutional level, like on a banking level, without the need of having wallets and stuff like this. I mean, when they open this up, that alone could double overnight. Yeah. I swear to God.
Because once the big boys start playing with it, it becomes something, right?
It sure could, and I'm going to guess you're going to see some massive swings, and they're going to manipulate it. And the whole background behind Bitcoin, I mean, there's only going to be 21 million of them. There's about 17 million in creation right now. There's estimates that 4 to 5 million have been lost, like those stories you were showing. Of guys losing their computers. Then you've got the original Satoshi wallet that can't be accessed. It's got a whole ton in there. You've got some early adopters that have millions of not millions, but big bags of these things. So the actual available amount of Bitcoin for purchase right now, it says 21 million. Well, it could be down to 5. It could be down to 1. So you've got all these. I could go on and on. I mean, you stop me if you want me to. You've got there's 100 thousands of exchanges. Mm-hmm. That are buying and selling this stuff. Now, my guess is that they're all doing it in a fractional reserve banking sort of way. So everyone's got their deposits on there. Who knows where it's all gone? Everyone's playing with fake Bitcoin essentially on exchanges. So what I'm saying is that there seems to be a lot of liquidity, maybe like, oh yeah, I can just go and buy Bitcoin, but that could evaporate super quick when all the fake ones are not fake ones, but the ones that don't really exist that are floating around on exchanges. And you go into the whole tether thing, and that's a whole other crazy situation. The more you dig into this stuff, I mean, there's layer after layer after layer of this stuff. It's just crazy. I've been on dozens of different exchanges, and they're all kind of sketchy in their own way. It's
yeah, no, I hear you. I'm not. It's not that I'm not new to this. I kind of understand it. I did mine a few Bitcoin back in my day too. But I'd be very frank with you. I just, you know what? Maybe I'll do a show next, maybe during the week or the week after. I'll buy $1,000 of Ripple. It looks like Ripple's at 42 cents US.
Ooh, yeah.
And I'll just buy $1,000 of it for no reason and just leave it there, and then we'll follow it and see where Ripple's going. Just kind of,
Do you know? I'll give you my 10 seconds on Ripple. Ripple's considered sort of a corporate coin.
Okay.
So Bitcoin is decentralized. It's open source. There's no owner. It's this computer program that's been let loose on the internet. Then you've got the second biggest coin is Ethereum. That's sort of Bitcoin 2.0.
That's silver. The silver to its gold.
Well, they say Litecoin. I'll get to Litecoin in a second. If going in just in the top, let's say 5 coins in this whole system, in this ecosystem. Bitcoin is the big daddy, original, best one. Ethereum came out, kind of changed everything. You could start sending basically information along the sort of blockchain rather than just sort of money. That's a simple way of putting it. The next one, in terms of value, is XRP, or is Ripple. And it's a weird one. Bill Clinton has done speaking engagements for them. They've got deals with MoneyGram. The big banks kind of like them, but it's a centralized technology that they have control over. So it's the first out of the 3. Ethereum is the one that you can mine, and that's sort of decentralized, and it's pretty legit, I think, from what I can tell. But Ripple is the weird corporate. If you want to gamble, make some money, Ripple is as good as any of them. Right. But it's definitely a corporate kind of not decentralized cool one. The silver to gold is Litecoin. And Litecoin was one of the first original forks of Bitcoin. Bitcoin got split off essentially, where the entire blockchain was copied. Boom. They changed a few things on it, called it Litecoin. Boom, and there you go. And it goes off on its own chain. Litecoin is basically there's more of them. They move quicker, they move cheaper, but it's essentially the same thing as Bitcoin. It is very much silver to gold, if you want to use that analogy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about EOS?
EOS is kind of some people think it's the coin of the future. So this is almost like Bitcoin 3.0, this sort of attempt at merging multiple earlier technologies into newer ones that say, hey, we do what this one does, we do what that one does, we do what this one and this one does, all in one coin. Check us out. And EOS is kind of one of these guys. There's a lot of people that think it's a total scam as well. It's not as decentralized. Again, there's layers of this stuff. Decentralized versus centralized. Whether if you're just trying to make some money flipping coins, then who cares? If you're looking at this as something more than that, then you might care about whether it's a decentralized or it's open source or how it functions, how the coin system itself functions. Okay. What you're looking at is thousands of companies essentially, or coin systems competing with different tweaks and different types of technology or things going on. Bitcoin being the very first one, though.
I see it more as services offered by investing in their cryptocurrency.
Well, there's some people would say that there's tokens, which is that, and coins. Coins being stuff that you can mine and be part of a larger system, like a decentralized system where you can kind of be involved with it. Or the token system, which is more of a company can come out and say, okay, we're making 10,000 mic tokens, and this is the service they will provide. And it's sort of different than a currency. So Bitcoin, Litecoin, and there's a whole bunch of them really function mainly as a decentralized ledger system, a coin, a monetary exchange and storage system. And then you do have tokens that are basically redeemable for services and that are produced by companies. So again, this all gets really weird and layered and complicated. You're asking EOS. I'm just looking at the comment. EOS is centralized. It is, yeah. It's kind of a sketchy coin or token system. I don't know how I describe it, but anyway, sorry if I'm rambling.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, EOS is. I mean, if this is not financial advice in any effing way, but if people are new, I'd stick to just Bitcoin. You want to get a little funky, get a little Ethereum, and get a little Litecoin.
Okay.
You want to start gambling, you could get into EOS and Ripple and some other stuff. I mean, again, there's thousands of these things.
Okay.
But realistically, there's about 100 really viable functional projects. Bitcoin being one of them that are kind of there's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of scam coins. That's why. So if you're looking at all this stuff, some of these coins and token systems are really cool and they're really smart and they work and they're very interesting. And some of them are just ripoffs. And so you do have to be careful.
Like BitConnect.
Like BitConnect, for sure. There's a whole list of these things that are ungenuine people setting up tokens and a fancy website, bringing in a bunch of money, and then just shutting everything down. So you got to be careful. Yeah, I mean, any other? If I were you, $1,000, boy, the best thing might be for you, and this is not financial advice. If I throw $1,000 at Bitcoin and keep it simple and just follow that, it's sort of that's the king dog, man. That is everything within the crypto world can be traded for Bitcoin pretty much. Okay. So if you get Ripple, you have to trade Ripple for Bitcoin generally to get anything else.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll find a Bitcoin for Dummies PDF or something and kind of read through the very, very basics of the intertwining pros and cons and understanding Bitcoin type of thing. And then from there, I'll go ahead and purchase some and then kind of do it live and then show people, okay, this is what we have in our account. Let's find out. Let's see what happens in the next month, type of thing, or next year or something.
Hey, I think the more good people that we can get involved early and get used to using this stuff. Like I said earlier, I wish this wasn't here because frankly, it's a distraction, and it could go crazy. But if you can help get a few people in and get them a little bit, keep in mind, right now is a hard time to get people involved because it's basically tripled in the last 3 or 4 months. Yeah. So back in March and May, I was telling a couple friends, hey man, you should buy a couple, you should try to get a little bit. It's really easy. I'll show you how. And they all hummed and hawed and then it doubled and now it's basically tripled. And it's I don't want to be, they finally get in and it tanks to 2,000.
Just like AMTV did when it reached 20 grand and he claimed he bought it in 2009.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. He bought it at $1.
Yeah, I don't know. That guy's weird. I used to like his videos back in the day. You've been around for a long time, but YouTube 10 years ago was a lot more, or 5 or 8 years ago was a lot more raw, and you could really, there were really interesting, genuine people doing videos, and AMTV was doing videos back then, and they seemed genuine. And I gotta admit, now they don't really feel genuine anymore. He's wearing a suit and talking Bitcoin. I don't kind of anyways, not to trash on him.
No, you're not. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I have watched his stuff for sure, and I still do once in a while, to be totally honest, just to see what's going on. But I don't know. It's some people kind of go salesman. You stayed pretty legit, man.
Yeah, I try to stay as legit as possible.
It's important.
There's financially, there's no financial, because I spend, I don't know, 30, 40 hours a week on making videos, right?
Mhm.
And I do it because I did some right moves earlier in my life, but there's just no financial backing doing this, right? And
Mhm.
AMTV wants to be like a CNN or a Fox News. They really want to be an outlet. They really want to be a satellite. They really want to,
Mhm.
get out there. But the problem is there's really no backing for it, right?
Well,
So
yeah, there's a ton of content out there, man. It's not like, when we were kids, we'd go up to the TV and turn the 13 channels.
mhm.
When a movie came out, it was like, man, it's like the new whatever movie's out, and it was an event. And
Yeah.
it's like now there's 30 movies at a time that you could go see. I mean, everything's just
Yeah,
overstimulation.
you go on Netflix. There's 3 million TV series out now.
Yeah.
It's like, what do I start? What's good? What's going on? Blah blah blah. It doesn't. It's like you're overwhelmed. I go on Netflix. I'm like, yeah. I'm just gonna watch some old documentary on YouTube. I'm not gonna bother with this. I'm not gonna bother with all these shows. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is the best part of YouTube are actual human beings that aren't NPCs communicating. And I think it used to be a lot easier and more fluid years ago. Now, of course, everything's kind of clamping down, and I won't get into all that, but it's too bad. I mean, I'll say it. I think we're being attacked on all fronts, and whether it's some sort of giant conspiracy by
No, it's not. You're right, 100%. Ever since Hillary Clinton, in my opinion, is the most powerful woman on the planet, because ever since she lost the election to Donald Trump, everybody on social media has been punished because of her.
I never looked at it like that, but yeah, it's pretty crazy, man.
Yep. So
Like this is the first time like things have never been this hairy before, and this sort of people are screwed up. I don't know. Again, you could go into tons of conspiracy theories or who knows what's going on with us, whether it's the LED lights or the internet's taking our souls and this and that, and digital money and Facebook has actually killed friendships and da 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 da. You go through it all. Was this all coordinated, or is this all just a series of just big errors and some thugs in charge? I don't know.
yeah,
It's
it's it's all what That's why I tell people to maybe micromanage their families, their friends, their coworkers, their lives more, because
yeah.
then you're not so depressed when you find out all this crap that's happening outside, and kind of keep your friends close and family, and always stay in contact, and always be true to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
when getting into the grand scheme of things, it gets more and more depressing, right?
It certainly does. I don't know. I think I've gone from red pill to black pill, but that's a whole other story.
Hmm.
But who knows? Things can turn real quick. In Canada, we'll see what happens in the fall with the election. I mean, good God, I have no idea what's going to
Well,
happen.
there's already a lot of things going on with the election. Basically, they're telling YouTube's clamping down on anyone that's going to sway the Canadian elections, and their channels are going to be cut off right away.
This is insane, and I think what's insane is that it feels like most people don't give a crap that that's even happening.
It's crippling to all of us because we're losing. We all lose, and like I said, it's not just a few that win. Everybody loses. Everybody. And when they try to take our God-given right of being able to speak, or being able to assemble, and being able to freedom of the press, or investigate something, or be the watchdog, you are penalized now.
Yeah, it's a cliche, but sometimes it feels like Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Mm-hmm. That's a
Every
good
day,
one. That's a good one. That's a great one to put. That's yeah.
slowly but surely, like people that you were talking to normally the other day, or now they're staring at you funny.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like, is this like are we living in a science fiction movie? I mean, it's starting to feel like it. I'll tell you, like, this story's been rattling around my brain
Tell us.
all day. Teachers in Ottawa are now working with body armor on. I mean, this was a CBC article, but is this just one person? I don't know. Are they just telling this to scare? I mean, what the hell's going on? Like, well, I went to grade school.
Remember, it's mainstream media, so you can't. You know how mainstream media works? One guy smokes a joint somewhere in Norway and ends up dying, and that's going to happen to you.
Yeah, well,
you know what I'm saying, right? That's going to happen to everybody. So.
Yeah.
Instead of investigating if you had heart trouble or investigating maybe if it was laced with something, but no, that's going to happen to you, and that's what the mainstream media does.
Let's face it, mainstream media is dead. I mean, it's a dead man.
No, it's not, because now YouTube is going to be taking in a lot of the mainstream media now, because no one's tuning into cable anymore or digital TV or satellite TV. So a lot of people are now turning to places like this underground discussion we're having here, right?
Well, are they funneling us all into a couple little dead ends? The back end of YouTube and BitChute. I mean, what happens when they funnel everyone that's got a brain left into one place, and then they fill that place up with their garbage, or they just delete BitChute? Who is they? I mean, they could just delete BitChute. It's funny that they might just be funneling it all into these two little end places, and then it's just going to go dark.
Yeah, well, you see, we're like I'm not telling you what to say. I'm not forcing your lips. We want to hear what you have to tell us, right? And that's why everybody comes on here. They have the freedom to say what they need to say, or get off their chest, or what's been rattling around their minds. And once we stop that, it's over. Once that terminates, it's done.
Well, it may just lead to other things, and that's totally unpredictable, That's who knows? Who knows what it could be? A utopia, it could be a dystopia. We'll find out. I mean, I feel like I've taken a lot of your time.
That's fine. No, you brought some really good stuff to the table here. I really appreciate your time. And really appreciate you coming here, and you're welcome to come on the show anytime. I'm not sure what next week's topic is going to be yet, so if you want to message me on Skype during the week and let me know what we should do for next week's Mike in the Night, and everyone's welcome to pitch an opinion for Mike in the Night. Everyone's been crying for crypto for so long, so we did a crypto show again.
Well, I'd be happy to answer other crypto questions down the road, or some other time. Not that I'm an expert, but I have been heavily involved in it for the last year, just research wise and whatnot.
Yeah,
and mining
we could have, like, if you want to be our crypto discussion guy, like once a Saturday, like every Saturday, like if you can, you don't have to, but like you could be like, so we're gonna like I introduce the show, we go on, I talk myself, blah blah blah, and then you have a 5-minute plug every Saturday on where crypto's at, what's looking good, what's not looking good, what's happening with the regulation, what's happening, this and that, and you're done. And then I'll be like, welcome to Mike in the Night, blah, 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 blah. Before we kick off the show, we're going to have a crypto analyst come on for 5 minutes and give us an update on. So this way I don't have to do everything. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Okay, well, I'll
a crypto anchor, a guy that you're already researching it anyway. You just tell us what you know.
Yeah, it doesn't help me right now, but I'd say I know so little. There's so much going on. There's so much. It's too much.
Nobody knows everything, brother. Because if you knew everything, you wouldn't be talking to me, because you'd be sitting in some penthouse somewhere in some tropical resort somewhere enjoying. You know what I'm saying? If you knew it all, nobody knows it all.
Well, hey, I got into the cryptos because gold and silver is the stuff. Is the king. Mm-hmm. Just keep that in mind. I still think it'll go back to that at some point, but that's definitely what got me interested in crypto. It's the digital version of precious metals. That's it. And I urge everyone to try to connect with it and get even 0.01 of a Bitcoin, and just have that wallet open.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can accept it if you need to. Yeah.
Okay, buddy.
All right,
can I use your first name or no?
My name's Adam.
Oh, Adam? Okay. Yeah. All right, Adam. Thanks for giving us taking your time, and if you want to do some any plugs for us on crypto or anything, yeah, sure. I mean anything.
We'll talk down the road for sure.
Yeah. Okay, brother. You have a good night. Okay.
You too. Thanks a lot, man.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
That's our man Adam. first time caller in the show, and I let him speak his mind, and that's good. You know, he's very, very. I like it when people talk about how they're not so educated in something or not so well versed, but they know They know what they're talking about. It's like me. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Right? I'm like Tally. You ever watch South Park? I'm like Tally. I have no idea what I'm doing. Woo! Briggs in the house. Abfield in the house. Damon Crusher in the house. Yeah, good stuff, Adam. Yeah. Adam, thank you for calling in, making this show worthwhile. Yeah, I want to thank ACD, who messaged me on Skype saying, "Hey Mike, at a truck stop, I'm telling everyone about your show. And a lot of people are downloading it on Wi-Fi when they get a lot of people have YouTube Prime and they have it on Wi-Fi. I'm telling a lot of people at the truck stops to listen to Mike in the Night, and I am a true follower of Mike in the Night now for over 1.5 years. Yes. So people are hearing us. Yeah, Lord Humongous is saying he was a good caller. Of course he's good. Everybody's good. Everybody has some sort of contribution to where we are right now. We are here because of what we contributed on a grand scale. We got solid extra in the
Hey, Mike.
Yo, what's up, dog?
Sorry I didn't call you. Like, I added you like a month ago, right?
That's okay. It's okay. I see you in the comments sometimes. How are things?
What are you asking about?
Just how are things in general? You okay?
Yeah, my life's pretty good right now, I guess.
Good. Where are you calling from? Are you calling in from North America?
Yeah, London, Ontario.
Oh, cool. Okay, well, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning there.
Yeah, 1:30.
Cool. Okay, so Bitcoin, where's it going? Do you have any? And is it what's happening to it in the last week? It's going nuts. What's going on?
I don't really follow cryptocurrency that much, to be honest.
Okay.
But, well, I was going to call into your show last week because I was going to say the event that changed the world was TV, right?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, the television. They brought the socialized media or the brainwashing right into our living rooms.
Yeah. It actually gave them like a platform.
But now everyone's jumping off that and going into social media, socialized, and YouTube and all that. Digital socialized. No one's going on to, like, I have my own show and I'm a nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that was a good one. That was a really good one.
Well, the reason I'm actually calling in is because, like, I'm kind of a newbie to the, like, I've been watching you for a few years, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't really know, like, I'm kind of overwhelmed with, like, all this housing stuff. Like, I don't know where to start, and, like, you know.
The housing stuff is big. The housing stuff is a lot bigger than you could imagine. The housing stuff is, let me explain to you. It's under foreign attack, right? I'll go back to the Zero Hedge article. I don't know if you were on the show when I read it. It's right here. Vancouver housing unaffordability due to foreign ownership, Chinese funds, and migrant millionaires. We sold out to the highest bidders. Our politicians sold us out. It's beyond me and you anymore, buddy.
Okay, so I heard, like, a few months ago they did, like, a huge crackdown on, like, this casino in BC.
Yeah, they should have done it before they laundered billions into our housing market, right?
So you're saying it's too big, so they can't raid it even if they wanted to?
It's too big, but not only that, I'm not saying it's not impossible, but what I'm saying is that there's just too much. So when you introduce a currency, a foreign currency, to an economy that's not used to having such a huge injection of outside money, it manipulates prices, it raises asset bubbles, and it damages and cripples the locals living in that country because they cannot compete.
Okay.
So it's beyond me and you now. It's over. It's got to get to a point where now, like, there has to be, it's beyond government intervention. There has to be some sort of correction needs to take place because the people in Canada just don't stand a chance anymore. They just don't make enough to live.
Right.
right?
Well, I live in London, Ontario, so it's kind of like turning into a suburb, kind of like
Yes.
Toronto.
Yeah, so is Windsor, and so is like everywhere's turning into a suburb of Toronto right now because everyone's leaving the secondary, the third cities, and they're moving to even London, Windsor, Essex, and where else? They're
Guelph.
yeah, no, Guelph is done. Guelph, Cambridge, Waterloo, that's all done. That's already bought out. Yeah, that's where we're at right now. But yeah, you should call into to trends in the housing market, and we could talk like about like this whole thing, and discuss where things are headed, because then and there we could get more people to call in on the housing subject, and discuss it on a more broader term, right? Maybe I'll do
Yeah.
trends in the housing market this Wednesday. I'll call it "Where do we go now?" Right?
Okay.
What happens now? What do we do now? Like, what happens? Okay, we know about the money laundering. We know that it's overpriced. We know that we can't afford anything. But now what? Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a good. Wow, it's late. It's like what 1:30 in the morning there. Holy crap!
Yeah.
So you've been listening to me for a long time, eh?
Yeah. Back when you had like that store in the mall.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa! So you knew me before I even met my wife.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. That was years ago. Yeah,
Yeah, like 4 years ago or something.
yeah. Wow. Well, I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate your support tuning in. That means a lot to me, man.
Yeah.
Right on. Okay, do you watch me on YouTube or you watch me on replay somewhere else? Or
I watch you live, but sometimes
oh,
I
okay,
can't
good.
make it.
Because sometimes I'm on replay at other places, eh?
Really?
Yeah, there was another YouTube channel. What they were doing was they were just streaming my stream on their channel. So when I went
Are they
live,
stealing it?
there was another YouTube channel like a few months back that would stream my stream.
Like they'd steal it?
No, well, they would steal it. I mean, I'm not making anything off it anyway, right? But they would just take my stream and then stream it on their channel, on their YouTube channel, which was weird. But it was okay. I don't care because I don't. Like I said, I'm not making nothing doing this, right?
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. Well, I'm gonna let you go and call in on Wednesday night. Now that you've now that you're no longer a first time caller, call in on Wednesday if you get some time, and we'll go over the housing in London, Ontario.
Yeah, totally.
All right. You take care. Have a good night. Okay.
You too, Mike.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
That's Solid Exter. You'll see him in the comment section calling from London, Ontario. Wow. He's listening to us to Mike in the morning. It's not Mike in the night there. It's Mike in the morning. Wow. Okay. So what do we got going on here? I'm kind of on hinge with this thing, with this whole crypto thing. Do I feel like playing the casino? I mean, do I feel like jumping into the casino? Well, not at these numbers right now. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know, SA. But not at these numbers. These numbers are too high right now to jump into the casino. It's huge money moving around right now. But cryptocurrency is the way of the future. Mark my words. It's like when the car took over the horse. It's the same thing. I remember the mayor of Connecticut or a mayor of Ohio, I couldn't remember what city in the U.S., put his rubber stamp that the car is just a fad, and I'll put my rubber stamp that the horse will continue to be our way of transportation for many years to come. Someone says you don't need to buy one Bitcoin. Yeah, I know. I could buy a fraction of a Bitcoin if I feel like it. I know. Yeah, AB Fields, he should call into the show, man. Saying, just don't put anything into crypto you're not comfortable losing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just throw like $2,000 into it. Just like 2,000 US. Just say, okay, let's throw that in and see what happens, right? And hopefully, Yeah, someone says it's not like you lose much if you get a stop loss of 20% or under. Yeah. Yes, Aberfield, thanks, Mike. One day I might. Everybody's got to call into this show. This is an underground broadcast, okay? If you're watching this transmission, you don't like CNN, and you couldn't care less of what ABC has to say or any of those places. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see who we got here. Oh, there's Supreme. Let me finish off the show with Supreme and see what he has to say. Supreme, are you there? Hello?
Yeah, Mikey, how you doing?
Yeah, good. Well, what are you up to, buddy?
I'm sitting here watching you, man. What's going on?
Oh man, it's so good to hear from you.
Likewise.
Yeah, it's been
I got in a little late. So
back and forth week for me. Tomorrow I'm gonna spend the day with my dad in the hospital. He's getting better, thank God.
Oh, good, excellent.
Yeah.
Did he get an operation?
Yes, he did. They put a tube from his liver into his stomach.
Oh, okay.
So his draining is draining the overworking liver, so it functions faster.
Excellent. Yeah, well, that keeps his immune system going too, and that's what you need more than anything.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's doing okay. So I'm kind of happy. I'm gonna go see him tomorrow. Spend the day with him with the kids, and then yeah, someone's telling me to look into CBD oil. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that, and I'm gonna order in some CBD oil. And I'm gonna get my dad to start drinking a little bit of baking soda, because baking soda is one of cancer's biggest enemies. Is baking soda.
Well, that's what I'm hearing too. I've heard baking soda, dandelion root, vitamin B17 was interferon or something, I think it was called. Apparently it's banned in the States, but you probably got to go to some third world country to get it. Yeah, there are all kinds of things that people say, might treat it or at least slow it down. And that's the main thing. Slow it down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You see, my dad's in his mid 60s. I mean, I don't want to play God here, but I would like him to at least live into his early 70s, just so he can see his grandkids get older.
Oh, no kidding. Well, you said he's ex-military, eh? Like I imagine he's a tough man.
Yes, he was in Portuguese Africa, in the Portuguese army fighting in Angola and Mozambique.
Oh yeah, fighting UNITA and those other outfits there. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, he'd have been tough as nails then. Yeah, that's the big thing. My own grandfather, my maternal grandfather, he was a big barrel-chested guy. Used to cut firewood for a couple of houses. But the cancer got him at 75, and of course that was in the early 90s, and they couldn't get a hold of it, and we lost him. And that's the trouble. Being that tough guy, he lasted probably 6 months longer than he should have, and it was hard to watch him suffer. So if they got a hold of that, if they got around it, especially with the liver, if they had to lop a chunk off of it, well, it actually grows back, or it works fine.
Yeah, you can live off, I think, 39 or 44% of your liver. I'm not sure. I'm not a doctor. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the size of a damn football. So yeah, there's lots of it there. So that's good. That's good. No, I would be, cautiously optimistic. Definitely. He's probably.
Well, I ain't counting my chickens yet, right? Till they're hatched.
Of course.
So I'm going to wait to see what happens if they could. Now they want to regulate his white blood cell count and get it up, so they could maybe do a little bit of chemo on him to see if they could, But apparently he had cancer. He's had cancer for over a decade, and they just found it.
Oh wow! Well, then there's nothing wrong with his immune system.
No, definitely not. No.
What's his diet like?
Well, he's on the hospital diet now, where no sugar and.
Right, but he ate a fairly normal, probably Canadian diet beforehand, though, eh?
Well, he ate a lot of Portuguese food.
Okay, yeah.
Like codfish and lobster and lots of meat, steak all the time.
Yeah, olive oil, stuff like
Red
that,
meat,
probably. Yeah. Well, that stuff's fine. They say, it causes all kinds of problems. Well, it seems like mainstream opinion is starting to go the other way, and it's like, well, guess what, that stuff's actually good for you, and not having it is disastrous. So it's starting to spread. I'm hoping that this cancer, this scourge of the 20th century, is we're finally going to put a cap on it.
I hope God hears you.
Yes, I do too. Well, I'm sure you and Rose will be spending a lot of time on your face praying until they give them a clean bill of health. But I wish them well.
I've been really busy. On Monday, I'm going to spend the entire day at the new store because I'm going to be plastering, sanding, painting.
Right.
So I got a lot of work ahead of me and bouncing all around. So it's really tough to get, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
To get things done, and it's hard. But you know what? I think it's all going to pay off in the end, and I think it's good that my dad got sick here in BC. And they
for sure, yeah.
found what they found, and now he's in one of the best cancer hospitals right now in the province.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, he's in Kelowna?
That's right.
Yeah, the cancer clinic in Kelowna. Oh, yeah. No, they get on you there. Yeah, my mom has been there. She went through that in the mid-2000s with breast cancer. No, they were all over it. They don't waste time. It's an assembly line there. It's probably one of the more efficient facilities in Canada.
It is very efficient. They've done everything for my dad. They don't care. They're like, we're going to, But
yeah.
Okay, anyway, Supreme buddy. Cryptocurrency, where is it headed? Why is it going nuts? And what do you think? What's your opinion? Make some predictions for us. What do you think?
Sure. Well, I'll be standing on the outside looking it in when it comes to crypto. But I mean, it started from essentially zero when it started in 2009. And then it went to $100. So obviously the people that got in early made really good money. But as your previous caller mentioned, there's probably 4 million coins that are gone just because people bought them just for the heck of it. And then they lost their wallets and they can't get them anymore and probably kicking themselves about it. And then I think it went from $100 to like 1,300. It seems to climb in steps. It'll climb to a certain level, pull back a bit, and then it'll just sit there for a while. I imagine what happens is the excitement wears off and people just hold it, or they forget about it. You put $100 into it in the beginning, well, you probably forgot all about it, and then 10 years later, it goes to 20,000. Then you're looking for it, and then the last time it went from went all the way to $20,000 before it finally pulled back. It seems to be taking off again. It's definitely got some air under it, but if it's gone from 13 and it's pulled back again, I think it's going to go sideways. Like I've said before, and I think it's true of just about any commodity, is when you need the big institutional money to get into it before it really starts to get solid. The problem is, of course, then they start to manipulate it.
Right.
And you can bet governments will get involved in it because you're still using fiat currency to buy it, Mike, in whatever currency that may be. So just about any government in the world could print enough fiat currency to move that market. It's only still a couple $100 billion or something, I think, for Bitcoin, maybe more. But it's enough that the IMF could go and buy a whole bunch and then crash the damn thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what Diamond Crusher saying BTC might be the only one that will survive. Newer ones will come better, not refacing Libra too. So Libra is the new Facebook coin.
Yeah. Zucker coin, yeah.
Well, why are they copying? They're copying Minds.com. Are you on Minds yet?
Oh yeah. I'm signed up to Minds and I'm subscribed to you there.
Good. Let me know. Message me so I know you. So I know I could subscribe to you back. Because on Minds.com they give you crypto coins.
Yeah, I've got some messages over the last year or so on my Google, my Gmail, that I got some tokens. I just haven't. I haven't really paid any attention to them because I haven't studied that much about crypto. The idea of blockchain, I get it. Distributed ledger sounds like a good idea for all kinds of things.
It is.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's here to stay. But mass acceptance will probably be a while. Yeah, Bitcoin is. I think Demon Crusher's right. Bitcoin itself is the first mover. It's the original. I think you wind up with a big three. Just like cars or airplanes or anything else. You'll wind up with a big three, and then you'll be able to trade between them. And that'll probably be how it shakes out. But I think they're going to go sideways for a while.
You think so?
I think so. I don't know. Like, okay, maybe it'll go to $100,000 US. Well, what if gold went to 10,000? Well, that, isn't that something that people, as gold and silver bugs and believers and whatever have been waiting for a long time? The fact is that sounds like it would be good news, but it really wouldn't be, because if gold suddenly went to $10,000 an ounce, Mike, or silver went to $500, yeah, that sounds fantastic. But what's going on outside your front door to make that happen?
Yeah.
It's
That's the
gonna
big question that a lot of people forget to
gonna
ask.
be ugly. Yeah, like John McAfee, was saying a couple of years ago, like if Bitcoin didn't hit $1 million US by the end of 2020, he'd eat his own junk. Well, I think he skipped town so he didn't have to do that. But that's the thing. If Bitcoin went to $1 million US, there's big trouble going on outside your door. You want to lock yourself in for a couple of months and not come out if that's the case, because guaranteed it's going to be ugly out there. I'm hoping that it just slowly starts to climb, because it's one of those things where every time you put money in and somebody cashes in, they're taking your money out the other side. There's no underlying commodity. It's just it's software. It's a concept. And it's a good concept, but it's going to be shaky. And you better believe every financial authority in the world is looking for a way to subvert it.
Okay, that's really good. Yeah. So, all right. Some good points, especially from someone looking out in. That's some really solid points. So,
Yeah.
what do you? You know why gold? You know why gold will never go up? I mean, it goes up, but it's not going to be what it should be valued at. It's because of those pricks on Wall Street. They're always manipulating it and always buying naked stock buybacks with money that's not theirs, and borrow the money that's not theirs for nothing. Buy gold and then sell it back through naked stock trades, and make the profit and then put the money back that they didn't have to pay to borrow. So
definitely. Yeah. The Securities Exchange Commission has investigated it. Deutsche Bank, Scotia Macata.
Deutsche Bank is finished. I'd rather invest in a cigarette company right now than Deutsche Bank.
Yeah, that's right. I think cigarettes will be a better currency than anything they operate right now. Yeah, exactly right, Hunter. Gold is an insurance policy. It's a wealth protector, precisely. That's something that you put away. That's family wealth. That's generational wealth.
But here, let me show you an example. This is what I think is happening, and I talked about this many times.
Mm-hmm.
This Ghostbusters PSP video game, let's pretend this is how much gold there is on the planet, right?
Okay.
Oh, no. No, that's how much, that's how much paper certificates that are on the planet will equal this much, right?
Yes.
These are paper certificates given out by Deutsche Bank saying you have this amount of gold in reserve, and if you ever need it, we'll mail it to you or come pick it up. And this is how much gold there is on the planet.
Yes. Yeah, so, major. It's a derivative market. It's basically There's hundreds or probably thousands of ounces on paper for every underlying ounce, and as long as people don't take physical delivery, you're okay. So it's the same with silver, gold, cash, anything else. You go buy it and then store it. Just take it out of the system completely. If you're not going to do it for you, do it for your kids, do it for your grandkids.
Forever Holiday saying your show is better than any financing news I get here in Australia. Yeah, and I don't even know what the heck I'm talking about half the time. And you know what? That's how it works. It's creating discussion. Are you there, Supreme? Hello? Did you die? Supreme? Hopefully we can bring him back. We lost him. Call me back, Supreme. Buy gold, silver, and crypto. Let's join forces. It's just the problem with gold and silver, it could be manipulated. Crypto can't. If it's on a blockchain, it cannot. Yeah, Wall Street cut him off. Wall Street just cut off Supreme Cannon. And Wall Street just cut off Supreme. Let's get him back. Oh, he's completely offline. Oh, he's right offline. He's not even online right now. Anyways, guys, I am approaching my second hour. And I'm tired. It is Saturday night, Mike in the night, my second hour. And guys, please don't forget to support me on. I don't do nothing doing. I make next to nothing doing this. I really do. And YouTube's throttled me back to nothing. And when it comes to anything, so if you want to join the family, please join the family on Patreon. It's so easy. You could donate. You could pledge $1 a month to this transmission, and you could be a soldier. And if you want to pledge $5 a month, you could be Coppa Games. That means in the Mafia, that means that's your captain. And then if you want to be a consigliere, it's $10 a month. And it goes towards the 40 hours, if not more, a week I put into this. And, 40 hours a week I put into this. I've never got really anything back for it. And I just hope everyone appreciates it, and I'm going to keep doing it regardless, because it's just something I like to do, I guess. It's something I just want to be part of. I just want to be part of the grand conversation. I want to be part of your lives, you know what I'm saying? I want you guys to know me and know each other, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for everything. I am tired. It's my 2 hours coming up right now. And hope we got down to understanding some things on what's happening. I think cryptocurrency has a future. I think it definitely is going to be the way of. I don't think it's going to be in my lifetime though. I think it's going to be a little bit. We got a little bit more once we get the social credit scores. Social credit scores rolled out and 5G rolled out to every country. I think what they're going to start doing is they might create a crypto coin or cryptocurrency for each country and then unify them, or just create a world currency. And then that's how they're going to start tracking us through a regulated cryptocurrency. And it's just going to be like Bitcoin, but I think it's going to be more in a way where it's all tracked and there's fingerprints everywhere with every piece of crypto. So don't forget to join the family, guys, if you can. And once there's enough people on there and I hit my goal, I'm going to start doing a private video stream just for Patreon members. You can message me on Patreon anytime. I talk to all my supporters on Patreon all the time. Anyways, I am going to go to sleep. I'm going to go check on my kids. I want to thank everyone. I want to wish everybody a happy Canada Day and happy 4th of July. And Forever Holiday saying it costs nothing to learn about Bitcoin. That's 1,000,000% true. Costs nothing to expand your knowledge. And I'm an open book. I'm ready to learn anything. So bring on your information. And let's do a mic in the night next week. Let me know what you guys think, what we should talk about. The homeless situation is hitting epic proportions, guys. I mean, the homeless situation, we might touch homelessness again because it's affecting our cousins, our aunts, our uncles. There's a lot of people being homeless that they don't want to tell us, sleeping in their cars, showering at the gym, kind of keeping it like a secret. It's sad, and it's going to affect everybody, regardless if they're not homeless. So I'm gonna ask, maybe we should do a homeless situation. I'll get my buddy down in San Diego, and I got another friend up in Anaheim, California, and then I got another friend in San Jose. Maybe they could go to some tent cities for us live on Skype, because it's not looking good right now, guys. I'm not kidding. The homeless situation is at epic proportions. So technology gets better. We could count, we could subtract, we get better at multiplication, we get better at more scientific algorithms, but we can't feed the starving. We still can't feed everyone. Anyways, Mike Martin's here signing out. Thank you so much for everybody, and and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you want to share one of my videos.
As we know it, The world is not anymore the way it used to
This
be.
guy reminds me of that Tyler guy, or the guy. I got a Lamborghini. I'm in Hollywood Hills. I read 3 books a day, and I got a Lamborghini. And I had 3 Lamborghinis when I was sleeping in my Lamborghini. And Warren Buffett has a Lamborghini. Remember that guy? What's his name? Tyrell or Ty? What's his name? Ty. I don't even know that guy's name. Yeah, man, Lamborghini. And then I found this Lamborghini. Ty Lopez. Yeah, right. I got this Lamborghini. Hold on. I want to buy a Lamborghini. Listen, I'm in Hollywood Hills and I'm sleeping in my Lamborghini. It's like, man, there's a lot of crap. There's just a lot of people out there trying to dissuade people into thinking that, I don't know. Anyways, have a good night, guys. Thanks for supporting, and have a good night. Thanks for watching, guys.